When Emma Carter stepped through the towering gates of the $80 million coastal estate, her thrift store handbag looked absurd against the backdrop of gleaming marble and manicured hedges. A maid brushing past muttered, "She won't last 2 hours," with a smirk that said she'd seen better women crumble faster. On cue, 3 identical boys on the landing hurled throw pillows at her head, chanting, "You're ugly. You'll cry like the others." Emma simply picked up a pillow, didn't flinch, didn't speak. But minutes later, when the boys dumped an entire box of flour onto the foyer floor, expecting a meltdown, she calmly began sweeping, her worn sneakers silent on the stone. She hummed a soft lullaby, one she used to sing to her daughter during long nights alone. The boys froze, the smirk slipping. This one wasn't like the others. Lucas, the boldest, whispered to his brother, "Why isn't she yelling?" But when Emma handed them brooms and said, "Clean it up with me," her voice was firm but not angry. One by one, they followed. Lucas muttered, Ben sulked, and tiny Caleb blinked like no adult had ever said those words to him before. Staff watched from doorways. The head maid, Lorraine, scoffed to the gardener, "She's trying to save them with a broom and a lullaby." "Please." Tom laughed, loudly enough for Emma to hear. "Bet she can't even turn on the vacuum in this place." Emma's sweeping paused for half a breath. Then she kept going. Later, in the kitchen, she served grilled cheese and apple slices, the kind of comfort food moneyed people sneer at. Lucas spilled his juice. Ben tossed a spoon. Caleb declared it all trash. Emma didn't snap. She wiped the juice, replaced the spoon, and said, "You don't need a mom to teach you how to sit at a table." Lorraine waltzed in, dragging her mop. "This your plan?" "Sandwiches," she sneered. Emma didn't answer. She handed a clean spoon to Ben and said, "Finish up, champ." The boys were watching her now, not testing, but waiting. By the time their father, Grayson Shaw, walked in stiff suit, eyes cold, they were coloring quietly. "What the hell happened here?" he asked. "She made us eat," Lucas muttered, half proud. Grayson's gaze snapped to Emma. "What did you do to my kids?" he said, clipped, like an accusation. "They needed someone to show up," she replied. Outside the room, Lorraine hissed to another maid, "She's acting like she owns the place." But the boys didn't laugh at her this time. They tensed. Caleb reached for Emma's hand. The staff rolled their eyes. "She'll be gone by morning," the butler said as he passed. Emma heard it all. She always did. But when she took the boys to the beach the next morning, the town noticed. No chaos, no tantrums. Just sandcastles and laughter. "Is that the Shaw kids?" one woman whispered. "They are calm." Emma's strength wasn't in yelling or threatening. It was in never leaving. She didn't argue with critics. She baked cookies. She packed lunches. She taught the boys to tie shoelaces and not throw food. She turned cleanup into a race, chores into games. And every time someone said she'd be gone soon, she didn't fight. She just stayed. One night, as the boys drifted off to sleep, Caleb clung to his stuffed dinosaur and whispered, "You'll be here tomorrow, right?" Emma tucked him in tighter. "Right here, buddy." When she found their mother's photo on a dusty shelf, she paused, brushing her thumb over the glass. "She looks like she loved you a lot," she said gently. The boys nodded, their eyes misty. And when they crept downstairs and curled around her on the couch, afraid she might leave overnight, Emma didn't move. She stayed until sunrise. Grayson found them like that. For the first time in years, his mansion was silent, not with fear, but peace. Later, in his study, he stared at Emma. "You know you're not like the others," he said. She looked back, calm. Neither are they. He offered to double her pay. She shook her head. I'm not here for the money. Then came the talk among staff, among neighbors. That she was manipulating her way into the family. That she was just another gold digger. The same voices that mocked her now whispered about her intentions. Emma didn't respond. She just tied shoelaces, wiped noses, and read bedtime stories. One day, at a neighborhood gathering, a wealthy man barked, "Don't get too comfortable. Sure chews up help like gum." Emma looked him dead in the eye. I'm here for the kids, not your opinion. The boys stood taller beside her. Weeks passed. The rumors didn't stop, but neither did Emma. Grayson watched her from the balcony, arms crossed, heart loosening. He'd expected another crash. Instead, he found his sons building forts, learning trust, asking for bedtime hugs. They weren't angels, but they were healing. And in the middle of it all, Emma stayed. Quiet. Steady. Unshakable. Sometimes, the loudest power is the one that never raises its voice.